3 games in, perfect start.
Yeah, look, we've been pleased with the way it's gone the first 3 games, but it's only 3 games, so we know it's a massive game for us on Friday, and then what happened with the previous 3 games has no real bearing on the game. It's important that we prepare properly for it and get it working as hard as we have in the last 3 games.
Is this an element of that? Obviously, I know you normally have your press on a Tuesday, but you're just really wanting to keep that full week as clear as you can to keep the players focused.
Yeah, let's just try to keep it in the kind of usual routine that we have. So boys will be off tomorrow and then they'll come in Wednesday, Thursday, prepare for the game. It's just do things as natural as we can, because we know that all the white noise in the background over there, we have to focus on ourselves and the game.
We were discussing before you came in, when the fixtures came out, you would have looked at the first 3 or 4 games and thought that's as tough a start as we could maybe have predicted, but so far so good. Is the worry then about just kind of keeping a lid on things and making sure people can't be complacent?
Look, we just take it game to game. We had a great result on Saturday in the East End Park, but right after the game we spoke about that and finished. It's another 3 points. You get into the next game and make sure you pick up 3 points again. If we can continue to do that, then we'll be in a good position coming into the season. If
you weren't needing any more heat and hype, the weather in Dundee, I think this week's going to keep everyone up there, but it's the game that everyone's been talking about since Dundee dropped down. It's finally here. Is there much you need to do differently as a manager in the build-up to a derby game? Obviously you've got huge experience of the derbies elsewhere in Scotland, but in terms of the one here in Dundee, is there much as a manager you need to kind of change and deviate from?
Look, we try and keep a consistency of what we're doing. The players know the magnitude of the game, so they don't need me to reiterate it. We had a brief chat after the game. The focus has solely been on the game on Friday, but now it's a case of just building up properly, make sure we look at the way they play, how we play, make sure we put our mark on the game, and everything else round about it will build the game up for the players.
Obviously the pleasing bit is you've got a fully firing squad. It seems to be that Lawrence has hit the ground running in a way that you would have hoped for, but even, I'm guessing, he's surpassed even his own targets this early on.
Yeah, he's done fantastically well for us, but as a whole group, I think they're in a good place at the moment. We have to continue that, and you continue that by winning games. They've worked very hard in training this week. Today they'll be off tomorrow. We'll get 2 days build up, and we'll be ready for it, and we'll be hoping to come out of the box quickly.
Dundee maybe don't have the points on the board that they would have liked, but they've certainly proved they're a very robust and very capable outfit.
Yeah, definitely. They look at their starts kind of similar to ours games-wise. Remember Nest and Fairmont, we play there as well. Some tough games. Aberdeen had a great performance, but we were disappointed not to go through in that. For a couple of minutes to go, losing the goal. So we know it's going to be a very, very tough game. They're a Premier League club that's come down. We're a team who have been in the Championship now for a number of years. So this is a big game for us. It's one that I hope we can put a marker down and show them that we are challengers.
Robbie, it's the 2 unbeaten teams in the league coming up against each other, so is it a massive game because of that and not just because it's a derby?
I think everything that goes around about a derby is the build-up. Once you get onto that pitch, it's about how your preparation's being, what your mentality is like when you go on the pitch. We have to make sure that we're at it. We've been at it in the last 3 games. A derby is, although it's a football match, it's got different ramifications in it. It's 2,500 fans coming to the game, majority of them are ours. They have to go home happy.
And it's been 6 games unbeaten for Dundee in this fixture in terms of the head-to-head. It's been a long time since we've obviously faced each other, but is that maybe in the players' minds that they can sort of break that run?
Yeah, well, I think if you look back in it, probably the majority of those 6 games, and Dundee United have been a Championship team playing against a Premier League team, so we're now on an equal playing field at the moment. We feel that we're in good form, and records are there to get broken. So we're looking at it, and we believe that we've got a great opportunity on Friday night.
And you're someone who has a vast experience of derbies from your time at Hearts, so what kind of advice will you be giving to the players to handle the atmosphere?
From our perspective, it's just building the week up for them. Make sure that when they come into that first minute of the game, they've got the energy, because it can be the build up and all the stuff that goes on in the background and the white noise can be draining on players, mentally and physically. So we have to try and take that away and just solely focus on make sure we build up properly and make sure that we get to the game on Friday night in the best condition.
And you mentioned Lawrence Shankland and that the whole team need to be committed to the game, but for Lawrence Shankland, has he been someone who has sort of hit the ground running in a way that you've maybe not even expected?
Yeah, look, we knew we were getting a good player. I think that I tried to get him in January, couldn't get it done. We tried again in the summer and it took a while, but we were delighted when we got him, because what does he scores goals and he gives the rest of the players and the club and the fans belief that we're going to go win games. But he's not done it single-handedly. There's been a lot of effort from our players, a lot of assists, a lot of hard work rate, a lot of defensive work as well. So it's important. It's a team. And one of the big key things with Lawrence is that he embraces that, he understands that. He doesn't have an ego. He works hard, and if you're a guy that's scoring goals can work hard, then there's no excuse for anyone else.
Are you looking for others to come in and start scoring some more goals?
I'm looking for everyone. I'm looking for Seagrass to score if possible as well. You're looking for as many goals about the team as you can. We've relied on Lawrence at the moment, but we've had opportunities for other guys to score as well. It's a case of getting them off the map, but we're sitting, I think, with +6 in goal difference, which is great. Defensively we've been pretty solid as well, which is pleasing. We just have to continue that.
You said you were happy obviously with the 3 out of 3 so far, but is the sweetest one yet to come this weekend?
Sorry?
Is the sweetest victory to come?
Yeah, look, it's a derby. No matter what you've done in the previous weeks, it becomes irrelevant once the players are over that white line. It's all about winning a derby match for the fans and also for the players in the club. So we know what's at stake. We know we've got an opportunity at home in front of a huge crowd who've been fantastic this season to send them home happy, and that's the main thing for us.
Dundee's attack, obviously, Kane Hemmings, Andrew Nelson and Danny Johnson up there. Who from 3 you're going to be facing?
Yeah, they've got a strong attack. They have, they've got some decent wing players as well, and with Dave and Todd. So we know they've got a good firepower. We have to be ready for that. We've had a good start to the season defensively, but that could change quickly if we're not switched on.
Talking of wingers, is any more news on that right for you?
Look, we're still something we're trying to do. It's been taking a little bit longer than we'd hoped, but still, I think, a week to go in the window, so we'd hope to try and get something done by then.
Would that be it for the window, do you think, on Monday? Or
what football's like, you don't know. I don't envisage losing any of the squad. It might happen. If that happens, then we have to be able to react. Tony Ashcar, the sport director, he's on that. He's got all the bases covered. He's looking, he's seeing what's out there. Different people.
You've got players that other teams have coveted in the past. Is it getting to the stage that you would just have to say no, even if it was financially maybe quite a good deal, because actually you need these players for the season?
Like any football club, it depends what the offer is. There's going to be people looking at our players because they've done so well this season, and there's a lot of potential in them as well. We've got some fantastic young players that there's already been teams interested in. We don't want to lose them, but we understand the nature of the business and the end that we're at, that there is going to be movement, there's going to be people looking at it, there's going to be offers. It's whether we think it's the right one, not just for the club but also for the player. And I think it's important that the players do leave here, they move forward and they don't stall a career.
Mark Conley missed out on Saturday there. Is it
I'll be fine, he'll train. He did a light bit of warm up today, he'll train on Wednesday. He just had a wee issue with his hamstring that we could have played him, but we just felt that it wasn't worth the risk, of losing him for maybe 5 or 6 weeks, so he'll be fine for the game.
Any other injuries at all?
No, touch wood, we're all good. Getting a 2 days training and then ready for it.